I really can't fully convey the level of professionalism and support for this industry that the Bartlett organization has. It truly amazes me. The entire Bartlett management team essentially turned out for this meeting to see me here and support me, and I so gratefully appreciate that. You've welcomed me to the company like nothing I ever expected. And my time with Bartlett really has renewed my long-held belief that company leaders can, in fact, treat people with respect and dignity. I thank you very much. Nobody's impacted me, though, more than my family, my wife Diane, who's here, thank you, Catherine and Ryan, who couldn't make it. We're quite blessed, and I appreciate you being with me on this journey. It's been awesome. The last couple years for TCIA has not been easy, as you heard Mark say. We've mirrored what the rest of the organizations have gone through, all of our members. We've passed through some of the toughest economic times any of us have ever seen. One of my heroes, Terrell Collier, guided this organization when I was senior director through some of these toughest times when our CEO, our longtime CEO, resigned. Terrell never let his hand off the rudder, even when he was fighting the biggest battle of his life. The man's a winner, and he taught me perseverance. I watched Randy take over and strongly lead the search for a new association president while maintaining our financial stability the entire time. Despite these tough years, I'm proud to report, as you heard Mark say, we never had to dip into our reserves. We never had to dip into those reserves. We watched cash like a hawk during the last couple of years, and it paid off. But we pushed through. We just didn't hang on. We pushed through. CTSP, you heard, is now over 600 people. This is changing the industry. You know, our statistics tell us, right, that you heard Mark say that if you're accredited, you're a safe organization. The statistics show it. If you're accredited and have a CTSP on staff, you're safer still. These things are making a difference in our industry. We've begun to change the risk profile of this industry through these efforts. In Scottsdale in 1992, my first meeting, we only had 174 attendees at Winter Management. We had 1,000 member companies. Today, we're more than double that today here in attendance at Winter Management. And we've got about 2,000 companies. In 1992, our revenue was just over $1 million compared to $4 million this year. When we set out to transform the industry almost 10 years ago, I think we made a mistake. And the mistake was we didn't focus on membership. We've got to find more ways to get more people into this association. We cannot transform an industry if people aren't members of the association that's driving the industry. So you heard Mark mention that. You know, one of the things we did learn from the Planet unification talks a few years ago, or last year actually, was that how important community is to our members. We're nearing the end of our strategic plan. And this year we will embark on creating the next path for TCIA. We're going to have another strategic plan, start to kick that off again this year. But I believe it's the increased engagement of our current members and the ability to attract new members that's vital for our future. The thing that I love about our mission of TCIA is that it's really simple and clear. It's to advance tree care companies. To advance tree care companies. And if we believe that one of our strongest attributes is community, then it is our collective, engaged community that not only moves this association, but also our industry. I remember walking my dog the morning after September 11th, September 12th, 2001, and I wondered why anybody in the world, or certainly in the United States, would want to buy tree work in the light of what happened the day before. 1 year later, I found myself involved in a community service project in Chicago. About 50 of our teammates spent Saturday morning pruning, mulching, and cleaning up the Chicago Fire Academy Training Center, Chicago Fire Department's training academy in Chicago. The academy was run by a guy by the name of Bob Hoff, who's now actually the commissioner of fire department in Chicago. Bob was a fireman whose life story was immortalized in the movie Backdraft. And he had a sign in the entrance of the academy as you came in. It said, "The day you became a Chicago firefighter is the day you gave up the right to be unfit." That's how tough this guy was. And so we're finishing our project, and we were planting a tree in honor of the fallen firefighters in New York. And as people started to leave, this big tough Bob Hoff came out with a photo on his shoulder. And it was a picture of this grimy fireman on top of this rubble. It was at Ground Zero. And he goes, "That's me." He goes, "We're trying to dig out a fire truck 3 stories down. This tree's for those guys." And nearly 10 years later, our company's involved in a project to reforest Ground Zero. 400 trees will be going into the Memorial Plaza, led by Ray Dubin, my partner here. And these trees will actually embrace the memorial. I mean, if you listen about how this memorial is designed, it's trees that are bringing back life to Ground Zero. What we do is not about what we do. It's rarely about the trees. It's almost always about the impact that we have on others through the care of those trees. It's about the impact we have on people and how we make a difference to them. Every accident that has ever happened has happened today. It's happened today. Think about it. We analyze accidents in the past. We plan for the future, how to prevent them. But when they happen in the moment. So if that's so, what can we do today to prevent an accident or to save a life? What can you do today? It isn't enough that we must simply change the way we see things. For those who see, we must first be transformed. I was definitely transformed that day in Virginia, that night in Virginia, in that little 10 by 10 waiting room off the emergency room. I began to see safety in a completely different way. And if we are to truly transform our industry, I think it's us who must first be transformed so we can really begin to see things differently. I've got a little something for you on the tables. If you notice those little coins, these little Asian coins here. Actually, what they say is Tony Guillen and then his room number. You can use these at the bar. Yeah. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? What I actually want to ascribe to this little coin, you can do with it what you wish, of course. There's virtually no value in these. But on the one side, I want you to think about purposeful action every day towards safety. And on the other side, there's two little words inscribed, hope and a prayer. And you got a choice every day when you think about accidents as safety leaders. Purposeful action every day to prevent an accident, keep someone safe, or hope and a prayer. And actually, I think if you embrace both, you're probably going to be most powerful. But think about every day, what can you do to save a life? You have a choice. I thank you all for your contributions to this association and your belief that coming to this event has value in making your world better. I wish for you great financial success in 2011, except in markets where Bartlett performs. Just kidding. I had to say that, by the way. I really wish safety for all your employees, and really I wish an appreciation for the moment. I hope you take advantage of each and every moment. It's really all we have to make a difference. We're not guaranteed anything. We're guaranteed today. So go out after the educational sessions and hit the beach. Thank you very much.
You guys enjoyed the video of Scott, and I look forward to working with Scott, and I hope that you guys that are not members will take a point to meet Scott and myself and get involved in the TCIA organization.